Welcome back to this two-part podcast of Scott Sports 101. We'll get to the Buckeyes in just a moment, but right now it is time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the first African-American quarterback to pass for 3,000 yards in a single season? And if you said Doug Williams, you are correct. Doug Williams was a 1978 Tampa Bay Buccaneer rookie. In 1980, he led the team to a 5-10-1 record, throwing for 3,396 yards with a touchdown and interception ratio of 20-16. Williams blamed the 5-10-1 record for him never making the Pro Bowl. In 1981, he encored the season by throwing 3,563 yards with 19 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. And as you might remember, he was the MVP of Super Bowl 22 in 1988. I will have another trivia question on my next podcast, which will be tomorrow for my Super Wildcard Playoff weekend. That includes the very first Browns football playoff podcast of Super Bowl Wildcard Weekend of Scott Sports 101. So stay tuned for that. Moving on to the Buckeyes, the number 3 Ohio State Buckeyes are getting ready to take on the Alabama Crimson Tide, who are number 1 in the national championship game on Monday at Hard Rock in Miami, Florida. Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, and former Buckeyes head coach Urban Meyer has made a prediction. He feels Ohio State is going to win this game 38-35, despite Alabama having an excellent offense. And he knows how tough Alabama can be, but I'm not going to give a score prediction. But I will say that the Buckeyes will get the win in this game. Now, getting back to the Browns, actually, we're going to move on just for a minute. We're going to talk about the wild card games coming up tomorrow and on Sunday, and I will be podcasting for all 3 of them tomorrow and all 3 on Sunday. The Buffalo Bills will take on the Indianapolis Colts at Ralph Wilson Stadium in Buffalo, New York. The Seattle Seahawks will take on the LA Rams at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will take on the Washington football team tomorrow evening in a primetime game, which will be at FedEx Stadium in Washington, and those are the Saturday games. On Sunday, the wild card games for Sunday, the Ravens will take on the Tennessee Titans at LP Field in Tennessee, and the New Orleans Saints will take on the Chicago Bears at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, and the Browns will take on the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field at 8:20 on NBC. And as I said before, I do feel that the Browns will get the win in this game on Sunday. Because I have faith in them, and I think we're going to win this one. So we will see. We're going to have to see what happens, but they are really preparing hard for this game, the Browns. And they know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a challenge. So we will just have to wait and see what happens on Sunday. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101, for this edition of Scott Sports 101, And I'll be back tomorrow with the Saturday edition of Scott Sports 101, NFL Super Wild Card Playoff weekend. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day, and every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.